So hi Pisces, my name is Chris and this is your 2026 reading, and I'm doing 12 cards for you, not the Celtic cross this time. This is the 2026 reading and I'm excited, right? So you should be too, because 2026 is going to be very, very different than 2025, I promise you. Better, much, much better. Let's just do our 12 cards. The first card is the Victory March. Are you kidding me? That's the Six of Wands, right? Beautiful energy. Let's just go here with the Wheel of Fortune. I do 12 cards, 4 and 3 times 4, so to speak. That's the High Priestess. You got the Victory March, the Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess. That looks pretty good. Justice is here. I'm going to show you this. And the Ten of Pentacles and the Victory March. Beautiful energy. The Ace of Wands. Four of Wands. Okay, let's just take this one. The Hierophant is here. And 4 more. There's the Page of Pentacles. There is the Tree of Pentacles. That's already making sense, but I'm not going to. There's the Ace of Cups, one of my most beloved cards of the tarot deck, and it's here. And there's the Eight of Wands, bottom of the deck, the King of Pentacles. Okay, Pisces, my friend, 2026 is going to be fantastic. I just love this already. The King of Pentacles. So 2026 could be the year in which things are finally coming together, right? So there's the success. Let's just see. Underneath is the Empress energy, and the Empress, more so the King of Pentacles, is this energy where you just have success, right? I mean, success is here with the Six of Wands. There's the Ten of Pentacles, manifestation of what you want to create. This could be a business idea. This could be your career. This could be a job. Success is yours. You have to put in the work, that's for sure. But if you do that, very, very much success, right? And you have to just keep doing what you're doing. So you got something going for yourself. There's persistence, is that the word? Consistency, slow and steady wins the race. Basically, keep doing what you're doing. There is success coming in. There is the right people to work with. A lot of Pentacles energy here. The first row is just successful Pentacles, manifestation, job, career, money, abundance. Are you kidding me? I mean, the King, that's just the King. And the Ten of Pentacles with the Victory March, Six of Wands. Yay. Yay, 26. Okay. And the Wheel of Fortune is here, so it's really a seismic shift. So this is an ending of a big developmental circle. Not just for you, for all of us. 2026 is the end of this nonsense that was going on in the last few years, right? I mean, if you haven't been on the moon, you might have noticed that the world kind of went nuts a little. But maybe it has always been nuts, right? But we're waking up to how nuts it actually has been, right? And that alone is a seismic shift in consciousness. The Ace of Swords that I talked about is not here, but you got 2 other aces, 2 different aces. That's the Ace of Cups here and the Ace of Wands. So there's a lot of passion, fire energy and water energy coming together. These are divine opposites, right? Fire and water, but you're mastering both and you're transcending these 2 opposite forces. So these are potentials, right? So you can rely on your gut feeling. You can rely on your heart space. Whenever something feels good, right? You can trust that. And likewise, whenever something is not feeling good, when you think, oh, what the F, right? There's something fishy about it. You can't necessarily explain what it is, but you should always trust your gut feelings and follow your passion. Trust your gut feelings, follow your passion, trust your heart, follow whatever sparks your fire. That's 2026 here. The right people are coming in. You just do slow and steady. Keep doing what you're doing. You got a successful plan. You got a successful idea, work, business related, whatever. Just keep doing that. And if you keep doing that, if you're persistent in that, you will attract the right people that will just come in. They might come in later in 2026, right? Yeah, but they will come in. Just be open for them. And again, trust your gut feelings, right? Attract the right people. You concentrate on your stuff, what you want to create for yourself. Very much showing up as the King of Pentacles, right? The King of Pentacles, he's wearing some armor. He's showing his armor, right? He didn't get into this position by sheer chance, right? He didn't just, he's not a trustful kid, right? The King of Pentacles worked his ass off to get where he is. And in 2026, it finally pays off. And you know how to fight, right? You know how to endure. You know how to, right? That's what you've learned, because otherwise you're not in this King of Pentacles energy. That brought you success. So do not allow anybody into your life, right? That goes for the Three of Pentacles here. That is not in resonance with you and what you have learned, right? You learned something, you mastered. There's self-mastery here with the King of Pentacles. There's the Six of Wands here. There's the Wheel of Fortune. By the way, there is a lot of mastership here, right? The King of Pentacles, you know your stuff in your career, how to manifest stuff. And when I say manifest stuff, I mean really just make something happen, right? Put in the work, have the endurance, go for it, and not stop till you get it. That's the King of Pentacles energy, and you mastered that. Trust your gut feelings. Again, the Ace of Cups here and the High Priestess is here as well. Your intuition, hell, whatever. And there's the Hierophant, right? So the Hierophant is pretty much the spiritual leader, somebody who knows his inner workings, right? And the High Priestess is totally tuned into not so much what people say, but what people do and how they radiate, what kind of energy they're radiating, right? And coming from that mastership, you're applying that, right? You're doing the work, you're going in, right? You're just very successful. Keep doing what you're doing. You already got a good plan working for you. Just double down on that, right? And make it joyful. Don't force yourself too much, right? Be kind to yourself, but there's success. Absolutely. Just keep doing what you're doing. And then there are people coming in. And when they come in, trust all of that mastership that you developed, right? All of that mastership that you achieved. And it was not easy to achieve that, right? So don't just throw it out of the window because things are good right now, right? It's easy to, it's kind of, I'm not sure how to say this, but if you're going through hard times, right? Then you kind of have no other choice than to rely on your faculties. You rely on your intellect, rely on your heart space, trust your emotion. If something feels fishy, you just can't afford someone to take advantage of you. So you're very sensitive and tuned into your intuition and your senses and all the knowledge and wisdom that you have achieved. But if times are good, right, and 2026 seems to be a very good year, right? The Empress is here as well underneath the King of Pentacles. We sometimes forget, and we think, oh, well, everything is so fine. Why not let all these people in? And I could do them a favor and them a favor. No. don't do that, right? Be smart about who you let into your life, who you allow into your inner space. Your inner space should be sacred in your career as much as in your private life, right? Having said that, you earned what's coming, right? 10 of Pentacles, Victory March, that is justice, right? That is justice, and not just justice. It is just time for you to experience that. There's the Wheel of Fortune. You did it, right? It's a kind of that energy, and just don't, as I said, when times are good and when good things are happening to us, we sometimes think, oh yeah, oh whatever, right? And we can give and we can invite people. Be smart about that, right? Don't get carried away with that good energy and that 10 of Pentacles and the justice and all that beautiful sweetness that is coming for you. 8 of Cups, 8 of Wands is here. There is not just work people are coming in, there's the 4 of Wands as well. Let's not forget there's the Ace of Wands, right? The Ace of Wands is sexual energy too, right? Is whatever sparks your passion, but it's also sexual energy. And there is the 4 of Wands, and conservative people talk about like the 4 of Wands would be a marriage. Some people interpret it like that. I usually try not to get that specific because I freaking don't know who's getting married and who doesn't. But good people are inviting you, have a good day, enjoy something, right? And maybe there is a little adventurous spirit, fire stuff going on here. Again, by all means, have a good time, enjoy, but be smart about it, protect yourself. Don't be naive. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Before we do the quotes, we are going to do the clarifiers. I'm going to clarify all the freaking cards. Yeah, I mean, the 5 of Pentacles is clarifying the 6 of Wands, right? So you have been going to the dark night of the soul. The last few years might not have been easy at all. You got the 10 of Pentacles here, but the 5 of Pentacles clarifying your victory march. So you're triumphant, you're coming out on top out of that dark night of the soul, right? That is the 5 of Swords, where you feel like an outcast, where you're out in the cold, where you're kind of abandoned and you were just fending for yourself because you had no other choice, right? And then there's the success. You're coming out of this successfully, and then you turn it around with the 10 of Pentacles. That's a big seismic shift, and it's expected in 2026. We're going to see a completely new world. We're going to see new technologies, bioengineering, AI is going to the roof, right? And God knows what it's going to come up with. So it's a complete new story, right? It's a complete new age, actually. That's how big it is. There's the 3 of Swords clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. Again, an indication how hard it might have been in the last few years. There's heartache, heartbreak. There's the 5 of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords. Yeah, I mean, just by looking to these cards, you might know what I'm talking about. But you have to let it go and have to focus on the good stuff. Yeah. 10 of Wands, clarifying the High Priestess. Justice clarified by the 10 of Pentacles. You deserve this. Again, emphasized here with this combination of the Justice card and the 10 of Pentacles. You're completely turning it around finally. And the key to your 10 of Pentacles, right? What it is you're doing. And it is about money and career and manifestation. You got something going. I say this again and again. You're making, how do I say it? You're gaining mastership in what it is that you're doing, and you deserve it. You absolutely deserve it, right? And the key to it is when you really want to go for this 10 of Pentacles, right? I'm trying to tell you not to hustle, and just work and become a complete workaholic and think, oh, this guy on the internet said it's going to be the 10 of Pentacles, so I have to double down and work. It should be joyful. It's going to be, your 10 of Pentacles is combined with the 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups guy is using his talents, right? Divine, humble pride in his talents, right? You don't need to brag about what you can do. You just do it, and you do it joyfully. So many cards flew out. You do it joyfully, and the key to this success here is really that you just relax into it. You're still doing the work, but you do the work relaxed, sure of yourself. You know what you can do, and you just do it. The Judgment card and the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands and the Four of Wands. The Hierophant is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. You're going to apply your wisdom, what you have learned, through your Dark Night of the Soul, through your heartache, heartbreak, time, chapter, whatever, in the past that is kind of showing up here. There is a potential in your wisdom. You might apply your wisdom, what you have learned through the darker times, to the Dark Night of the Soul. You probably went through it, and you apply it joyfully. This could be the 10 of Pentacles. This could be how you apply your wisdom when it comes to other people. Who do I let into my life? Who do I exclude? Who deserves an explanation? Who deserves just a yes or no? And who deserves absolutely nothing from you? You don't owe people stuff. You don't owe people an explanation. You owe it to yourself to be joyful in your creation and in your manifestation, and allow only people into your life who can meet you at the same level. Do not go down to the level of other people, and you don't need to stretch yourself up in order to meet someone who is above you. There are always people who know more and are wiser and kinder, and you're good as much. You are perfect as you are, right? Just focus on that divine humble pride, and you're good. The Emperor is clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. So slow and steady wins the race, joyful wins the race. Just keep doing what you're doing. And the Ace of Cups is clarified. Yeah, that's a special combination. So you got the Ace of the Three of Swords clarifying the Wheel of Fortune, and your broken heart and destiny, right, in combination. And then you got the Wheel of Fortune clarifying the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is self-love. So maybe you were looking for love primarily in the external world, right? Maybe you had this deeper belief within you, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I need someone else from out there, from the outside world, to complete me, to fix me, maybe even, right? And this idea was heavily disappointed, right? That's the Three of Swords, that's the heartache, heartbreak. Wheel of Fortune energy, it was destined to happen. You needed that lection, and you got that lection of the broken heart. Why? Because you got disappointed. But what got disappointed? This idea that you need someone else to complete yourself. And the Ace of Cups is self-love, and is exactly this idea: I am good enough, you are good enough, right? You can rest within yourself, and just, lift yourself up and be enough. You are complete. You don't need somebody to complete you. You are complete. And that's the big lesson maybe that you have learned, right? And when you meet people from that mindset, and it's not just the mindset, it's an inner emotional frequency. I'm good enough. I don't need anybody to complete me. Then you're attracting people who are in the same frequency, right? Who are also standing on their own and are good enough for themselves. They love themselves. That's what Philautia actually means. To truly love yourself, to be yourself enough. And if you meet someone who feels the same way, these are the right people, right? Whatever is coming in here at the end of 2026, we don't know, but it's going to be a new spiritual adventure. Whatever that means. The Sun card, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, beautiful, beautiful energy. 2026, I'm so happy for you because it looks like you have been through a lot of, hard times, I would say. And there's definitely a broken heart. But if you really have a deep look onto that broken heart, maybe that heart needed to be broken because there was this idea or this conviction within you. I need someone in the outside world to complete me, to fix me, and that is just not true. You have to love yourself so that you are enough, that you feel like I'm complete. I don't need somebody to complete me. And then you're meeting the right people. But if you're coming to love or to friendship from a lack mentality where you feel like, I'm not good enough, you attract somebody who thinks he's better than you or she's better than you, right? And you don't want that, right? That's attracting the narcissist if you think I'm not good enough, right? But if you're coming from a place like, I don't need that, right? It would be nice if I would meet people, but I'm complete on my own. That's a complete different frequency. And you had to learn that maybe the hard way. Maybe you had to learn success the hard way too. 5 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. There was a time when things were not like paying off, right? But in 2026, they're finally paying off. So you're turning this around in many, many regards. Mastership, mastership, mastership. When you make peace with the world, you make peace with yourself. And that is kind of, I'm just letting that stand for itself. When you make peace with the world, you make peace with yourself. Love yourself, respect yourself. Then you're attracting people who do the same. Yeah, and you might have lost a few people, but always remember, by the way, that was a Buddha quote here, and this is from Hannah Arendt. Those who choose the lesser evil forget very quickly that they chose evil. And there are a lot of people who chose evil in the last few years. You didn't. Let those who did go. One last quote, never argue with a fool. And never argue with a fool. And the second one that kind of flew out, don't be too nice. People will use you. You learned that the hard way probably too. So don't be too nice. People will use you. Maybe they used you in the past. 5 of Pentacles energy. Never argue with a fool. State your intent. Be unapologetically you when you deal with other people, right? And for whoever needs to hear that 2026 is going to be a very successful year, very great year, things will change. Those who choose evil, even if they think they chose the lesser evil, they still chose evil. That's what Hannah Arendt talked about. For them, it will be probably a hard year, because when you sell your soul to the devil, you know, the devil is coming and he's giving you something for it, but eventually he will come, or she will come actually. It's a toxic female energy actually. When you sell your soul to the devil, right? When you choose evil, even if you choose the lesser evil, you're still choosing evil, and there will be a payday, you know. So if you lost these people who choose evil, you didn't, hopefully you didn't. And this is the quote for somebody out there: your greatest test will be how you handle those who mistreated you. And my advice would be, don't take revenge. Okay. Focus on your creation, 25, right? Go for justice, not revenge. Justice, not revenge, okay? Your greatest test will be how you handle people who mistreated you. Poetics of light. Go for justice, not revenge. You got bigger fish to fry. You've got a very successful year ahead of you. Creation. Something of great value is forming in your subconsciousness. A brilliant idea is developing and will soon come to light. Feel a stream of light flow through your heart and mind. This light is your true essence. Don't try to control or understand it. Just allow it to be. You will be amazed by your creation, born of a sword and nurtured by your loving heart. This creation stems from the light of the soul and will come to life through love. Be patient. Creativity thrives where there is childlike innocence and spontaneity. All unfolds at the most perfect time. Okay, I butchered this, but creativity thrives where there is childlike innocence and spontaneity. And that kind of goes along with this combination of the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. Joyful creation. Don't, this hustle culture where you just, you know, do overtime and work harder and just, you know, Taurus energy, you know, we have to, not anymore. Not anymore. It needs to be meaningful to you. It needs to be joyful, and work shouldn't be horrible, right? Work should be a form of creation and co-creation with spirit, and there must be joy and happiness in it. That's how you get your 10 of Pentacles. You deserve it. Justice. And by the way, whoever did you wrong, whoever you had to let go in your Dark Night of the Soul chapter, in 2026, this is finally coming to an end. It's over. You turn it around. Wheel of Fortune. And you turn it around through self-love, self-respect, healthy boundaries, joy in what it is that you're doing. Coming from a place of just, I'm enough. Right? And that's all I got. Life is a mystery, okay? Life is a mystery. Let's just keep it there. That's Bobcat spirit. But I'm not going to read this. I think it's just enough. Congratulations, it's going to be a great year. And just keep your spirit up and don't argue with fools. Now, Obadiah, my friend, that's all I got. Share, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think about it, and hopefully see you next time. Now, Obadiah, ciao.